Hi everyone. For this video I'm going to go through and talk about different types of colored pencils, the artist grade at least, so no Crayola. Going to go through Prismacolor both Premier, Scholar, these Woodless color pencils, the Blick Studio pencils because I got a free trial set, yay, and then some Derwent and some Faber Castells. And then I'm going to use this book. This is a Canson sketch. It was one of the free ones that they give out at the Blick events. You know, you spin the wheel, you win something. Okay, so first I'm going to go through and talk to you a little bit about the Prismacolor Premier and Scholar. Now, there is definitely a difference in quality. First off, the Scholar, this is for the aspiring artist, which basically means that this is a step or so up from Crayola. Better pigments, not as good as this. The pigments are not as strong, and they act a little bit different. They seem to be a bit more waxy. These Premier, I had actually gotten them, I bought them, I want to say sometime around 2008. So they're labeled a little bit differently, and I have also mixed up the two sets. So I pulled aside here a Scholar and a Premier, and just so you can see, this is what the Scholar looks like. It says Prismacolor Scholar and then it just has a number, whereas the Premier actually will show you the name of the color, and they're coded differently, which gets annoying and difficult when you go to try and replace a pencil that you need another color of. So if you're doing any serious work, don't go with the Scholar, just because they're difficult to work with. But if you're just doing whatever and you don't care if one pencil runs out or breaks too much and you can just reuse any other color, it's fine. Now, one of the things I don't like about Prismacolors is that they do break a lot. If you get use of 50 to 75% of the pencil, you are doing really well. Which is frustrating because these are expensive. And this is not to go in about the Verithin because I have not used the Verithin yet. I do have two waiting for me, but I haven't touched them yet. This is what the newer Premiers look like. I just have it, I don't know when I got this a while ago. And this was probably single, one of the ones that are sold in single sets, which I would not recommend with Prismacolor. Because it is such a brittle lead, they break so easily, which really indicates either a problem with the lead or the packaging of them, because the packaging should be preventing this and protecting the product, but apparently it's not. But here it is. I'm going to start using it on here. Prismacolor Scholar. I spelled that right? Yeah. And then here is the indigo blue in just the Prismacolor Premier. And this actually helps illustrate the problem, the breakage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do this in a way and sharpen it. And you'll see if it breaks a million times what I'm talking about. Because usually the lead you can just pull out. And I have heard that people can help it by, yeah, see, look at that. I just sharpened it and I can't even use that. But some people have tried heating them and hoping that the lead or pigment or whatever it is that you want to call it is, like, melts back together. But you shouldn't have to do that. Now, mind you, this tip is broken, so it's not going to write exactly the same. How do you even spell Premier? Oh, here it is. Okay, I got that mostly right. Just wanted to make sure there were no weird letters. Anyway, so there's the Prismacolor Premier, and I'm going to go through and erase with a hi-polymer eraser just to show what it looks like when you attempt to erase. So we've got those two down. Next, we're going to go through and look at the woodless colored pencils. These are really interesting. First off, you don't waste any trees because, you know, you don't have that wood aspect to it. I've always had problems getting these out. As you can see, it's been one of the reasons why I really haven't done anything with them. And it's obviously a wax base because otherwise it wouldn't have this type of blooming to it. And as you can see, you can get a really good coverage in here. It looks pretty good. The only thing that bothers me when I'm using this is that when you're sharpening, you're also sharpening away pigment. I mean, that gives you a longer life and you technically get more pigment this way, but if you need a continually sharpened edge or a sharpened point, this may not be what works for you, because the majority of what you're paying for is what's getting sharpened away. So the best way to use this is in an application that you don't need to use a sharp tip all the time. So if I wanted to color this entire page in, didn't care how sharp any of the edges of any of the colors were, these would be the way to go. So background work or large areas that need to be fully filled, this works really well. But other than that, I know some people that really like them. It just all depends. Now here's the Blick trial set. Obviously I have not used it before. So let's open this up and take a look. Okay, so you get the red, the blue, and the yellow. Seems to write rather nicely. And once again, I mean, with this, I have no idea what the breakage is, because I just opened it up. Now then, getting into some of these others. Here I have, that was a Premier, the Faber Castell, the Albrecht Durer, I'm guessing on how to pronounce that, Derwent Color Soft. This is a Faber Castell, but we'll use the Polychromos in the black. And I think that's the only other types I have sitting here. Okay, so let's do Faber Castell. Oh, wait, got it right, which one it is. And I personally really like the Polychromos in this one. It seems to flow a little bit better than the Albrecht Durer. And then Derwent Color Soft. Ooh. And this one, of course, flows really, really well. Okay, so now that we've got all of this laid down, I'm going to go through with this eraser and attempt to erase as best as I can. Ooh. Okay, let's see if anyone else blurs. I know from experience I have had Prismacolor blurring, but nothing like that actually. And of course the black and the blue pigments are going to act a little bit differently. And see, this dragging of the pigment is something that you're going to want to avoid in a lot of the applications. Okay, so going through here. Let's do some close-ups here. Okay, so you can tell that there are several differences in the way that they act and erase. I will do separate videos for a few other applications of the pencils. But overall, it looks like the Prismacolors had the hardest time erasing. The Blick looks like it was, oh sorry, that was my computer. The Blick seems to erase well, and so does the Derwent Color Soft, because right here there's really not much. Faber Castell is so-so, but the Prismacolor you really can't do much with. The Koh-i-noor, that's the Woodless. Not too bad, but I mean it's kind of in the middle. So I hope this helps with you picking out your colored pencils, and have a fantastic night. Please hit subscribe and like. Thank you so much. Bye.